Hello, boys and girls. This is Aunt Fernita, and I have a wonderful story for you called Baby Moses. Today's memory verse is from Psalms 32, verse 7. It says, "You are my hiding place." The message for today's story is we worship God when we thank Him. Do you know you have angels watching you all the time? Baby Moses had angels watching him. God's people, the Israelites, had lived in the land of Egypt for a very long time. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, was afraid of the Israelites. He was worried that they might go to war against the Egyptians. So he made a plan. First, he made the Israelites work very hard, hoping that that would keep them from growing in number. But the harder they worked, the more Israelites there were. Finally, the cruel king ordered the Egyptians to throw all the baby Israelite boys into the river and let them drown. One family found a way to save their baby boy. They hid him at home, but as he grew bigger, they were afraid someone would find him, so they came up with a new plan. The baby's mother took reeds from the riverbank and used them to weave a basket. She carefully covered the basket with tar and pitch so water wouldn't leak in. Then she laid the baby in the basket and put a top on it. She prayed as she carried the basket to the river and hid it in the rushes that grew in the water near the riverbank. The baby's older sister, Miriam, played nearby to keep watch over the basket, and God sent angels to watch over the little baby as the basket gently rocked in the water. Before long, the king's daughter came to the river. There in the water she saw the basket. She sent one of her maids to bring it to her. Imagine her surprise when she opened the basket and found a baby boy inside. She felt sorry for the baby and decided to keep him for her own. And right then and there, she named him Moses. Miriam came running up to the princess. "Shall I go get one of the Israelite women to take care of the baby for you?" she asked. "Oh, yes," the princess answered. "Please do." Miriam ran home as fast as she could. She and her mother hurried back to the princess. The princess asked Moses' mother to take him home with her and raise him until he was a big boy. Then he would go live with the princess in the royal palace. Moses had been saved. Now his family wouldn't have to worry about soldiers throwing him into the river. They were so thankful that God had answered their prayers. Their precious baby was safe. God watches over you too, just as He watched over Moses. Your angel is with you all the time to keep you safe, even when you don't know you're in danger. God loves you and will never leave you.
This podcast was brought to you by Gracelink.net and Studio El Piso. For more children's resources, please visit Gracelink.net.